It's as much for my reasonings as it is for yours. I need to make sure the channel's actually live and working. And then I also need to moderate it on the off chance that something actually happens. Discord is here. There is you. There is the stream link. That way you can follow along. Match history. I want that one. Alright. And then whenever you are good and ready, you just let me know. Alright. What does she want? Go back to that later. It's not important. Okay. No, it's a decent kickoff. I So I like the kickoff. This ball you should still be going after even though you don't have boost. Because even if you can get a light touch on that ball, I can come out mid and play that, right? He's got momentum going this way. It's very likely you can beat him to that ball. That guy is just out of the picture. So, just keep in mind, like, even if he's gonna beat you to this ball, like, you can still go for this. You can still try to create something here. Like, your teammate's gonna be behind you and ready to cover anything that comes out of that. You're first, man. You gotta go. Turning away from the play here isn't optimistic. Because, like, let's go back a little bit. We do. So, like, but you'll see here, look at the pass he gives me that you could have given me, right? That's just disgusting. That's just disgusting. Sorry? Oh, could have. See, I like all of this here. You cheat on kickoff. That's great. I love the fact that you're staying with this. You get the touch mid. That's perfect, honestly. Yeah. So here, you're coming all the way backfield. We still have pressure. Instead of going for that back big boost, grab that pad, grab this pad, and like kind of work your way back here. You can grab 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 boost, and be ready mid. Instead, you're just out of the play. And now you're just sitting backfield. I like the attempt. I think at this point, Your best option is go this way, steal this big boost, and just rotate out and back around. I see what you're trying to go for with a bump and a disruption play, but like from my perspective, it's never going to really work because the other guy is right there anyways, right? So your better option is to just keep going out towards the corner, get out of the play, steal their boost, rotate around, and then that doesn't happen. Because the other thing you're doing by rotating the way you do is you're rotating through the play. Right, like here you're kind of cutting me off. Here you're coming back to me. So you're rotating where I want to be if I want to make a play on that ball. Right? And that's what it causes. Just, I like the aggression, but I'm in this corner. If he's here, who's guarding the net? Right? So with your teammate, your teammate's fighting for this ball over here, it is perfectly fine to stay here. And then when we have clear possession, you can just rotate up through these mid pads, right? And then through all of that, that goal is savable because you're just still in the net area, right? If you were back in this whole time, so for example, once we're here, if I'm you, I'm probably just going here, right? I'll sit here, I'll see that we have possession, I'll go this way, and then well now at that point we've just got a booming clear, right? You see how that ball just kind of comes to you? And at that point, you know, you're not getting scored on, you know, just completely different positioning. But small changes that are easily fixable, right? Oh crap. Bear with me, I just spilled my ice cap. That's depressing. And I can say ice cap to you because you know what a freaking ice cap is. You're actually Canadian. Oh, that is a mess. Dear. Oh. I should not be allowed to be an adult. I still need parental supervision. I'm 30 in a few months. This is what you have to look forward to, Kelky. Stay on your parents' farm. It's much more fun. In your little zoo. Alright. That's that. Now I need water because I don't have anything to drink. My life is a mess, Kelky. This is how quick my life turns into shambles. Spill one drink and it's just all over. Grab some ice because you know it's 30 freaking degrees outside. I live in Canada. I think that temperature should be illegal. Ew. I'm in good old Nova Scotia, so like, I, I, I don't know. An ocean breeze? Nah, it doesn't help. Alright, let's get back. Oh yeah, you're gonna get hot over there. So, you cheat on some kickoffs, and then others you do this. You're better off just cheating all the time. And if your teammate concedes a goal because of a poor kickoff, that's not your fault. Again, we're going all the way back. Well, let me get a little further out so I can actually see you. Um, And it's fine. I just like pointing it out from this perspective so you can actually see how big of an issue that is. Because you're just so far away from the play. Right? Like, it's your turn to challenge, or at least be somewheres in that vicinity. But it's going to take you a dog's age to actually do anything. Canada Post is quicker, and aren't they on strike at the moment? Like, and again, it's fine. It works out, but you know, ideally we can just keep pressure on, right? Right, like from here, if you're sitting here because we're on offense and you're second man, this is where I like second man to sit on offense because it keeps you in the play, but you're also back far enough that if you need to just half flip and turn around, you can, right? Right from here, that's a quick drive this way, and just boom, that's in. Because, well, they give you all the time to do that. Yeah, not the. Yeah. You're just a bit far, right? And then that just gives him possession to do whatever he wants to do because he's got the time in the world. Now he's Platt, he plays boomer ball, but as you rank up, people are going to control that ball and you're just going to be you're not going to be able to do much, right? They'll flick it over you, they'll fake going high to get you going high, and then they'll put it under you. You know, there's just honestly, this touch, I'm not the worst. Like, I don't hate it. Because, like, so the thing is, right, you look at that touch as bad, but you can't hit, like, if you hit it down this way, it's just going to go to him, right? Like, this touch here is actually fine, because I can still play control over this, right? And it just buys me a... It's not the best touch, but it buys me time to be ready, right? So, like, I don't hate the touch. Like, there's definitely worse touches you could have made there. Um, from here, grab that boost and start coming up mid, not up the behind me. You're not being supportive here. Like, I don't even care that you went and grabbed the big boost. Like, that's fine. But from here, turn this way. Right? That way, when this attack inevitably happens and develops this way, you're here, right? So as you could say, like that's where the play went. It's gonna go there a lot of the time. Like if you're leaving, like any play that's coming from here going up this way, what does logic tell you a ball going this way is gonna do when it hits this corner? It's just gonna keep going this way. It's not gonna randomly turn around. And like, okay, so your teammate loses the ball, right? So let me go back a little bit here. Let me get a... Okay. Oh. So even if your teammate loses the ball here, right? If from here you play it this way and you come this way, and they lose the ball, it's not hard to just go that way again. You can just turn and change your momentum to go, oh, they lost the ball. Right? By playing this way, all you're playing, the only outcome you're playing for is your teammate losing the ball. That's the only outcome you're covering. Whereas if you play this way, you're still covering your teammate losing the ball because you can still get there. But you're also playing a passing opportunity or a 50 or you're covering more options by going this way, right? By going this way, like all of a sudden you can jump up and challenge him while I rotate back, right? You know, next thing you know, you're up here. If you're good, that can go in their net. Now, I'm not good. You're not probably at that level yet, but eventually, the goal is, instead of just putting us right back on defense and being under pressure again. See, I like that. See, now you're just, yeah, you're just under the play now because you're following, right? Ball just gets hit to you and you can't really adjust to it because it's above you in that awkward angle. So I've seen this. You're here. Even in this moment, you should notice that I've got 100. Keep rotating out, right? Like, this isn't your play to stay in. You can see your teammates got boost. You've only got 21. Grab the mid pad, rotate back around. So just come up this way, grab that mid pad, and then rotate back this way. Granted, and that's why, like, a lot of these things, like, it is situational too. But even then, like, if you're trying to rank up, because, like, we can sit here and we go, okay, yeah, your teammates play like this now. But the goal of this is to rank you up and get you away from the way your teammates play now. And if you want to rank up and play the way the game is being played as you rank up, well, this is kind of what you need to start doing. Your teammate's going to make mistakes. Absolutely. You can still plan for that by positioning proper and still being supportive both ways, right? So, like, even if I don't go here, right? If for whatever reason I don't go, well, you don't have boost for one. So what are you going to do when you turn on this ball, right? There's another 12, but right. So, like, what are you going to do here? Even like once the ball is here, okay, you've got what's your goal? Right? That play's going away from you when it hits that wall. So overall, your better option is to concede this and go, this isn't my play. This is my teammate's play. it's his turn to go. He's supposed to go here. Well, if he doesn't go, we can work around that, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this boost, and I'm going to start going this way. And okay, well, my teammate didn't go. Well, I'm still back because my teammate didn't go, and now we can work around that, right? Instead, so from my angle, right, I am here. I see that you don't have boost. In my head, you're rotating out of the play. Because even here, with the way your car's positioned, you're driving upfield still, right? So I see the fact that you're upfield. You grab that one pad. In my brain, your car's language is telling me you're trying to get out of here, right? And then you turn. And I go, okay, he turns here, which is why I start boosting so I can get to this before you. Because I know you don't have a play on this ball. You don't have momentum. You don't have angles. You don't have speed, right? Meanwhile, I can just slot that right by him. Why does mine look weird? Like there? Oh, that's probably it. So from here, if you get that weak touch that you're gonna inevitably get, he's gonna do something about that. Probably. But because I just boom it by him, because you could see, you're still here, he's right with you. Like, your car wasn't gonna send the ball flying this way. It was gonna, you were gonna hit it, and it was gonna dribble this way slowly. Again, just cheat. That's your ball if you cheat. Like, you could be here. And so, like, that's one thing is, like, that's what I'm trying, like, was trying to say earlier is as you get ranked up, you've got to get more comfortable on 50 boost, on 40 boost. And because you're going to be in those situations. They happen a lot. If you can't get comfortable on less than a 50 boost, that's an issue. You've still got to know how to recover, how to make speed, how to do what you want to do with less than optimal boost. Like here, you should be going up for that. You have 100. That's a free ball. Like if you're gonna grab that 100 there, you've got to go up for that. Here, I understand that you see me mistouch that to a degree, but there's no need to do this either, right? There's no need to take this play away from me, especially if you're just gonna boom it to them. We have all the time in the world, right? Let's make like look at the space they give us. Let's make use of that space. Let's control this ball. Let's change the pace of the game. Let's put them under pressure instead of just giving it right back to them. Which is what that does. Right? So from here, honestly, I'm gonna leave this ball alone for a minute, for a second, anyways, right? Because even here, like this is still isn't threatening. Like there's nothing threatening here. I can sit here and we are fine, right? And like because in this situation my teammate is more mechanical than I am, right? Like if I'm putting myself in your shoes, my teammate's more mechanical. Let's let him try to control this and see what happens. Because like there's no need not to. Because in my opinion, I was just gonna come back down, catch this. I might take this to the wall, might try and catch it and dribble it. Like I've got options here, right? Um, like this guy is out of the play completely. This guy's out of the play completely, and like he's not really going anywheres. So like we've got options. So right. So in my opinion, I stay here. I wait and see what my teammate's trying to do. And if my teammate's trying to do something, then I let him, right? Now, if he completely fumbles the bag here and ends up away from the ball, okay, I might drop in. But, like, even at this moment, I'm still kind of with this play, right? Like, I can still get back to this ball very quickly. I have 100 boost. The ball's not far away. They're nowhere near me. Like, this, I'm not threatened. I'm just going to stay back, personally. Because me driving at this ball, I am now double committing at that ball, and that is a choice. That if I am going to touch this ball, I'm going to try and time the bounce so that the ball comes up this way. Right? And I'm going to try to make an aerial play that I can possibly touch the ball off the back wall, maybe just take a shot offhand, you know, and create options. Because they've given me the space and time to do that. Right? There's one guy back. Let's like try and use this opportunity. That's this 2v1 to our advantage. If I go high and he does challenge, well, then we have an open net when the ball comes down to you. Right? So if I am going to touch this ball, which, you know, that's fair. You want to touch this ball, that's fine. But the touch, in my opinion, needs to come up this way, not towards the net that way. Right? And that's just my opinion of it. I'm sure a lot of other people will. Like, you ask 10 different people for an opinion on a play in Rocket League, you'll probably get 8 different opinions. But my goal of being from trying to get you from plat into diamond is basic, like, hey, do's and don'ts, right? Like, I understand that at a higher level, Rocket League, even at this level, Rocket League is not just do this, don't do this. But, A, you're younger. B, it's a lot easier to just remember a simple, I do this, I don't do that. Other than, oh, this is the situation where they've got this amount of boost. This is their intention. This is what my teammate's trying to do. Let's go here. You'll get there, but it's so much easier if you can understand basic principles first. So, like, my first basic principle is being, well, my teammate's making a play on a ball, I'm not going to double commit to that. We're both covering the exact same area, that is useless. Right? Because if you put a, like, here, let's go up. Put a small cone, like, out in front of your car, going, hey, this is where I can hit right now. Right? We cover the same spot on the field. Right? We are both covering the ball. One of us should be covering the ball, and one of us should be covering something else. just something else, right? And yeah, as you rank up, honestly, not really. There's no need to bump anybody here. Going for a bump on their backman is extremely aggressive. Um, and while I don't hate the idea, if it doesn't work, we're both committing to one offensive play, right? That's the issue. That if for whatever reason you go get that demo and you miss the demo, and I get 50'd, well, now it's a 2v0. So while I don't hate the play, if you're going to do that, you better do it right. It's very high risk, and in Plat, I would say that that risk is just not worth taking. You are going to get opportunities to shoot. You are going to get opportunities to make goals. You don't need to take the high risk ones. It's not like every game that you play in Plat is a 1-0 game. Goals in Plat will have lots of goals. Pro games have lots of goals. Like, there is always plenty of opportunities to score. That the lower down you are, the issue is you don't have the recovery skills to make up for really tragic errors. I think this is a spot where... So, you'll see me just kind of sit here. I thought about going, but like, you see how I'm positioning myself mid for something, right? I can still be back on that ball and make a play here, right? There's no need to just sit behind the other person. Because by sitting over here, well, if you make that play properly, and like you get a good 50 that comes out mid, that's an open net. Okay, well, my teammate lost the ball. That's fine. I'll just come this way. Right? I'll make a play over here. I will kill... You see me kind of kill time waiting for you to recover, right? So, in full speed. Right? Like, I just go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill some time. I'm going to let my teammate recover. And let's see if we can't create something out of it while you get back, get some boost, get in the right position, right? Meanwhile, you're all the way back here. Like, you grab that boost. That's fantastic. You're going back on defense. Come this way. Right? Look at how free that could have been. Instead of going all the way back, if you just come this way, look at how free that is. Right? You got your magnifying glasses? So, yeah, being way too passive in this regard, that, yeah, like I said, your teammate is, like, we have offensive pressure. Your goal to rotate to should be that boost pad that is just over half court, right? Because, yet again, from here, you've just got so many options. You're still back. You can be aggressive if need to be. You can't do anything from back here. By the time you get to the ball, well, they're setting up their own play because you've given them all the space in the world to set this up, right? And the way I look at things is if you give, Rocket League players, especially Plats and Diamonds, the space and time to set up the one mechanic they've trained it the whole time, you know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to score the mechanic they've spent 200 hours training, right? Now, this guy obviously doesn't. That's fine. But, like, you see by, like, all of this, well, now I'm in a 2v1. Like, this is so hard for, like, granted, I should be able to deal with this against Plats and Diamonds. That's a whole other issue. But, like, for a normal teammate for you, this is a hard situation to deal with now, right? You've completely committed to an offensive play that even by, honestly, here, I'm probably not committing to that ball hard. I'm going to drive up the wall this way and just be threatening, but I know he's going to hit this over me. Right? So there's no need to jump off the wall here. Even if you get this 50. Right? Where's that odds are pinching to? Right? Like, with the way his car is positioned here, with the way you're going to hit this, your out angle is here. That's not ideal. So I would probably just keep my car more vertical here and then come down this way because like there's no need to jump at this ball. I like that you went. I like that you put pressure on him because that makes him uncomfortable. That makes him rush this, that makes him not set up the play he wants to. That's perfect. That's ideal for what you need to do as first man. You've done your job. You don't actually need to touch this ball at this point. Yeah, like there's just right, and like I'm trying my best here, legitimately. Like I see that, I see what's gonna happen, so I'm like, okay, let me go play this in the corner. This takes a terrible bounce. I did not see that bounce. I saw that rolling up the wall. Right? Like, right, so I'm seeing this ball go up the wall. Now looking back at this 5 times over, like, yeah, that's bouncing before the wall, that's fine. But, like, in reality, I saw that go up the wall, so I'm like, oh, I'll just go up the wall with, and fuck. Like, it didn't go up the wall, and... So, you know, my own mistake, my own poor read there. I could have handled that better. But that's what's going to happen to a lot of your teammates in that rank, in your ranks. If that's happening to me as a champ, it's going to happen to Plats. Like, that's a defensive thing they're training too, but like, this is why I mean, like, you do the right thing here until you keep following this ball out. Like, you got the touch here. That is a beautiful touch. Do what you can to bump this guy, and do what you can to bump this guy, or maybe demo them on your way down. Drive through the net, try and clear a path, and then come steal this boost on your way through, and then you can rotate back around. Right? You see the vision there? Because what that's going to do is if you can bump this guy or this guy, well, that's going to be very disruptive because that ball's coming out. Like, this guy's not doing anything, but he's going to try. So ideally your goal is this guy. But either of them is a great option. But by the way that whole play plays out, you could have taken that boost from this kid. Right? And part of what I preach is, like, if you can control the boost, you can control a lot of the game. That's why I thought you would turn the other way. Not realizing how the play was developing. My bad. That's a good attempt, honestly. It's a poor shot by me. You just don't have boost. That's unfortunate. Oops. Hit the right buttons. That helps. So from here, like this is where boost pathing comes in. You can just start this way, right? Like, don't leave the mid for me because that's where the play is going. I need that mid, right? Like, so you're here, just grab this boost, you can grab this boost, and then just start working your way back around. Because here's the crazy thing, if you really break down where the boost pads are on a Rocket League field, your mini pads are your rotation lines, right? So like you can see that from here, you just want to grab that middle pad that's in the middle of the flower. You can grab the middle right in front of the net, swing to the left, and then you've got that little pad, this little pad, and you can just start rotating back up. You know, by the time you get here, you can just go this way, and then boom, you're back to where you want to be on offense. Right? Pretty much. You're either close to full or full by that point, right? Because, yeah, from here, like, okay, we'll grab 12. Oops. I want free cam. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 62, or 72, 84. Like, 84 boost back to here. Let's call it 70 because you used a little bit to keep in the play. Right? You've got 70 boost. That's more than enough to do all you need to do from here. You know. Right, like, and you know, even here, just grab the pad to your left and then the pad to your right. Instead, you just come all the way back here, and like this is something I stress to a lot of people in this area, is the way what you're doing here is we're trying to play a 1-and-1 versus 2. Whereas you remember the other night when we were playing how easy those passes were coming, how easy those goals were coming off of it, right? You see the difference there when you're playing a 2-on-2 as opposed to a 1-and-1-on-2? It's the exact same thing. Like, my rank is honestly lower today than it was then. Legitimately. Um, so, we're playing easier competition. Uh, but that's just the difference that playing like with your teammate can make, right? Is when you're back here, a 1-and-1-on-2 is just not winnable that easily. Even here, like you see, like you're up as about as far as I want you to be, right? Like in this situation, like okay, you're a little far this way. Like I'd like seeing you over here. That's fine. That's whatever. But you're in the area that I'd like to see you. And like, okay, I got beat, but look how quick you still get back. You're still one of the first people back to this ball, right? The only reason I'm back to this ball before you is just because I'm quick. Like I have speed over you. Like in your lobbies, you'd probably be the first person back to this ball, and you can hit this. So even by being aggressive, you can still be defensive, right? Like if I'm not hitting that ball, you're hitting that ball before Santa is, and it's fine. And this is where control comes in. even a gentle pop in the air, right, to get it over Santa, right, like, because you've got the time to control this. Santa doesn't, like, you can play this touch slightly differently. You can wait the half second for that to hit the ground and pop it. So, like, yeah, you're patient, but you're also really aggressive in the fact that you also play Boomer Ball. I like this. I don't, you know, things happen. We're not perfect. But all this looks good. That's unfortunate. Mechanic's mistake. So again, you're rotating through the play here. Like, you're done here. You can't really make another meaningful touch on this ball. Bump Santa. Or try and bump Santa. And when you're and when that doesn't fail, well, you've been turning this way. Just keep going this way, because look at how I'm positioned. Like, I'm on this pad ready to play that ball, right? Like, I go this way, but I can't go because you're still there. Like, this is part of what I'm, like, one of those rules that I'm like, okay, well, I can't go because he's right there. I don't know what your intentions are here. Are you rotating back? Are you trying to make a play on this ball? I have no clue. So I have to stay defensive here. Meanwhile, if you're behind me, I can go challenge him, right? Like, if you've made it clear that you've rotated out of this play and you're done with this ball, which you would make clear just by going this way. Like if you're driving this way, that's communicating non-verbally. I'm not going to this, right? I can go challenge that. Demo ends up working well, though. I will give you that. Yeah, you're where I want you to be. I. That's tough. Oh, man. What was I thinking here? Hold on. I barely saw you. Okay. That's tough, honestly. Like, I don't know what you do differently here. Because yeah, I see what you're seeing here. You're seeing a pass here. And like that's tough. That's my bad for not noticing you well enough, honestly. Like, I don't hate that you went here. I hate the outcome, but like, I think you can't get to where you want to go because I went. Right? So like that's tough. 'Cause yeah, you've got to flip away from me. So again, you've got to you are now second man, right? You need, like, if you want to go grab a big boost, go to the right big boost, not the left big boost here. Because by going to the left, you're cutting me off and like telling, like, I can't go at that point. So my thought process is here is I see what's happening. I see the fact that that ball's not really doing much. Why not let them just roll that towards me, right? That if I'm you, for one, I mean, I'm not, where'd you go? Fly. There we go. So, from here, like, for one, grab this boost pad and start going this way back down the court. Again, that's rotating out of the play through boost pads. So hopefully, like, you don't even need to get that big boost. But this is going to put you back post, right? And then, yet again, like this is what I mean by, like, these small pads will just tell you how to rotate. Because that takes you right to back post. And in the process, 12, 24, 48, you know, again, you've got 80 boost. So, that's fine. Like, these are little, like, none of this is what I call major issues, right? Like, little things can be fixed very easily. What causes this? I think a lot of this is caused just from the fact that you rotate this way in the first place. Um, that's a weird bump. And again, you just, yeah, I don't hate you going there. I don't hate that. But at this point, you see me driving to that corner. You should be rotating towards back post, right? I end up going away from that ball because I played with you enough to know. But that's just unfortunate. I don't know how that's still... But good God, what a save. And again, so even here... Like, I've gone... Like, I'm going for this ball. I've made that clear by, like, just overtaking you, because I've got boost, and my thought is I can still beat Santa here. So just come chill. Like, if you want, come chill right here. Face your car this way, right? That way you can just double jump and go up if you need to. But you can, keeping car cam or ball cam on, you can still see this play develop. And now we're both not covering here. With a little bit of a hindrance to what I can do. Because you see how I'll just sit back here, right? Also, like, you're in the corner, I don't have to be over there, and I'll just go up with you once I see you going up, right? Like, once I notice that, here, you've got possession of this ball. This is now our ball to use. Let's go up. Let's see what develops here, right? And then, like, we've got to play out of that, right? So back post is still, like, an aggressive position if done well. Like, I think, yeah, if you just stay back here instead of just diving into this, and like this is why, like, here you're just being a tad too aggressive. Is by, like, you've still got time to react to that ball and, get an angle on that. Whereas here, that's reactionary. You can be proactive back here because you've got a better overall view of what's happening. And the more you can be proactive, the better. I mean, you're trying to wave dash. Trying to. Not working well, but you tried. Yeah, that's hard to react to that quickly. Literally. And, like, the other benefit, too, is by sitting here, depending on how long you sit here, you'll grab 12 when you pick it up. You might grab another 24. Right? Like, that boost will respawn. If you're just sitting on it, you're getting free boost while whatever happens over there happens over there. You're not being too aggressive here. Like, you're anything that gets played into that half of the field, who's the closest person to that half of the field? Right? So a quick half flip and you're back. And you are first man back. The only thing you've got to be scared of is a ball that's boomed. And if the person who's up front is doing their job, a ball shouldn't be boomed. And if it's going to be boomed, well, you can read a boomed ball and just preactively go back, right? Like, if you see that, oh, they're going to get a booming shot out of this within a second, well, just preemptively go back. There's nothing, you know, this is fine. Otherwise, man, like, overall, you play pretty solid. Like, I don't hate your mechanics. I don't. Like, they're solid enough. I work on not playing boom ball so much and a bit, like, learning how to control a ball. But other than that, like, you play pretty solid. That I'll leave you with, like, the, what, 5 or so big tips that I've left with, like, the big takeaways that I've noticed. The first one being is this Padaw's second man on offense. Oh, hold on, I gotta change my headset battery. So yeah, my first big tip is, yeah, as second man on offense, this is your kind of end goal of where you want to rotate to. And what that can do is, like, you'll end up doing a little figure eight almost on offense, because you'll take your shot, right? You're going to rotate to one of the sides to steal the boost, and then you're going to rotate back around here, while your teammate does that same thing, and then you're going to go, oh, I'm going to get my shot, I'm going to rotate back, grab a boost. Like, you're just going to keep stealing their big boosts, and eventually something's going to fall, right? Like, they're going to get boost starved if you're both stealing their big boosts and constantly just putting shot after shot after shot on net. Yeah, that gets tiring. The pressure will break. Obviously, work on your boost pathing. The big way I like to suggest people work on their boost pathing is just go into free play, right? I am going to turn off unlimited boost. Get rid of some of this boost real quick. And since this is going to be like the main boost line you take, just get really good at staying supersonic around this path, right? And you see how I can kind of stay supersonic and not use much boost? Like, I'm literally only boosting to keep picking up the pads. And this is going to be the path you take most often. But as you, like, work on it, you can start working in other little changes to it. And just learn where all your pads are. The quicker you can do it, the better, obviously, because, well, you'll keep your momentum up, right? And then eventually you'll be to a point where you can just do this without even thinking about it. You don't even have to look at boost, right? So if I hate this map for, like, that specific reason. But like this is where you kind of want to be able to boost, like you know what I mean? So that is what I recommend working. Just you'll just end up knowing where these pads are just naturally, right? So those two things, more patience and back posts on defense. Like when your teammate's in the corner, you can sit here and it will be fine more often than not. And worst case scenario, like you just jump. I had 8 boost. Right? Like I got 12 boost. Okay. Even if something ends up in the opposite corner. Oh, well. This is why I need to play Rocket League more. Like you could still get there. Right? You don't need to be able... You don't need a lot of boost to be able to get that save. And it's a lot easier making us like... And like... If the ball... Let me get this ball over this way for a second. Just so you... Exactly. Exactly. So with the ball over there too, you see how much like you can just move your camera slightly like this and see how much of the field you can see. Right? Get back in the corner. Whereas the issue with front post and doing the same thing is like you don't have that same vision, right? It's a little bit tricky. Ball, stay in the corner. Like your vision here is awful. But from here, you could see almost, like you can see almost the whole field. And then you can just like, oh look, we're going up. Let's go up. Like, you know, the advantage to just sitting here is amazing because just like this, you're upfield and you can have boost, right? So your boost management, the slight change in just sitting here offensively, because this position is just powerful. I mean, you'll see me sit in this general vicinity, but that just depends on the play that's happening and like what the situation's calling for. As a general rule of thumb, sitting here will work fine because this is not hard to get back quick with, and you're back here, right? Oh, my teammate got beat. Let me just go this way. I'm gonna grab this boost, and now I'm back in the... Like, I can do something about it. You know, you don't need to be sitting back here. You can't do anything from back here. It takes you too long. Oh, Are you finally stopping moving? No? Did that just spin away from me? Come on. Now it's just spinning in spot? Yeah, it's not even moving. Weird. no one does, so, you know, good for it. It's on team with everybody else. Um, so yeah, and what boost pathing will get you doing is rotating with your teammate better, so that you're not sitting here, right? Um, I would think those are my big three positional things I would work on. Um, and then the other thing is, I don't know how much of this you can deal with at the moment. Because how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, yes, this could be a little bit more tricky for you, just because you don't have the life experience, but for the most part, we know what a ball's gonna do, right? A ball left untouched is gonna bounce off the wall in this way. A car is unpredictable, so my game, I spend probably 80% of my time looking at what the cars are doing over what the ball is doing and where it's gonna go. And part of that will just come with time and as you get used to ball trajectories and where it's going to go and how it affects things. Like, I have 1,600 hours in this game and I still don't fully understand ball trajectories. So, you know, I don't expect you to just overnight go, oh, yeah, okay, I can watch every car and not the ball. Like, that's unrealistic. But the more you can pay attention to what every car on the field is doing over the ball, that will just give you more information, right? And the more information you have, the more or the better of a decision you can make is going, okay, well, they're doing this, this is where I need to go, right? Uh, but like I said, overall, you play pretty solid. I don't see major issues. You're willing to put the effort in to improve, so I don't see why you can't. I could easily see you being diamond by the end of summer. Um, So the way I recommend people work on game sense orientated things, because it's harder to train the mechanics, is you're gonna take like one session and focus on one thing game sense wise. So let's just say I'm gonna work on sitting on this boost pad on offense every time as second man. This is my goal for the whole session. No matter what happens, if I'm second man on offense and we are attacking, this is where I'm going to end up, and I don't care what the outcome is. I'm getting used to getting myself here as second man. And you do that for the whole session, and that's your focus for the whole session. That way you get used to how that play develops, how you'll go for these attacks here. Don't touch that ball. You're going to rotate it this way, you're going to go back out, you're going to get this way, and you're just going to, you know, work on these sorts of things, right? And once you do this for a whole session or two sessions, however long you feel like it takes you to get used to that, and then you go, okay, well, next session, every time I'm second man on defense, I'm going to make sure I'm back post. You know, you get your session of that down, and then you go, okay, well, this session, I'm going to work and make sure my boost pathing is proper. That I'm picking up all my mini pads, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on my rotations this way. And once you feel like you've got all that down, and then you go into a session going, can I make this all work together, right? Because it's going to be quicker overall that way too, right? What's the point in trying to work on 6 things at once? You know, when you're doing homework for school, are you doing math, English, science all at the same time? Or are you doing just one subject? Right? So let's teach or you know, take Rocket League in that same regard. Let's break it down into steps. Right? Step 1 is I'm going to get this down. Step 2 is I'm going to get this down, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Now let's try and blend it all together. Um, yeah, that's the best I can advise. Um, when it comes to mechanics, like I said, I don't have a lot to give you because you see my gameplay. It's not mechanical. Like, I am the last person who really should be giving mechanics advice other than fundamentals, going, yeah, make sure you can aerial, make sure you can shoot well, you know, that sort of thing. Because, as you see, like, I can go for air dribbles, they're just not going to pan out properly 9 times out of 10. Um, Even with unlimited boost, like, my ability just isn't here for me to sit here and go, oh yeah, like, you need to learn how to do double, like, I can't do them on demand. Like, my mechanical ability is not high. So I'm not going to sit here and preach, oh yeah, you need mechanics to be a champ or a diamond or, you know, to even hang in GC lobbies. Like, I don't think you need to be able to do these things. Because at the end of the day, here's where my aerial level is at. Uh, That's what I mean. Like, you're doing better than I am in that regard, man. Like, so I don't think what we need to preach is advanced mechanics. I think what we need to preach is a few positional issues and like a few things that we can fix here and there that are going to make you be a more supportive teammate. And honestly, just working on fundamentals. Like, it's great that you can do a ceiling musty in free play. Can you do a bounce dribble? Can you control the ball in any sort of meaningful way? Because what's going to happen more often than not is you're probably going to go 15 games before you get a chance to ceiling musty in it. But you know what's going to come up every game? The opportunity to control a ball. Right? So let me go back into free play before I quit out of that because I was angry. I'm mad I missed that double. But I'd love, like, if you can just learn how to do, like, a little simple bounce dribble. Right? Something I can't even do great half the time. Because my timing is just awful, apparently. Okay. Ball, come here. I have no mechanical ability at the moment. But, like, just even being able to do that with the ball will help. That stuff like this, just, you know, you can rip shots out of stuff like that, right? Literally just knowing how to control a ball that way can be amazing. Like, you don't need to have to catch every ball into a flick. Like, you don't have to do that all the time. You can just... That right there will score you a lot of goals in Plat and Diamond. Because people don't expect that little control touch into a power touch. Right? Like, they're going to see that soft touch, and they're going to challenge you, and then you just rip something by them. You know what I mean? Okay, get back over there. I keep hitting the wrong ball to pass to myself. Okay, fine. Go this way. This is why I'm not a mechanics coach. Because I can't do mechanics. Like, that right, like, you don't need much more than that. Right? Like, if they're rolling a ball towards you, okay, just grab control of it. Take a control touch or two. Like, I have a feeling you can do that. Because I can't even ceiling musty. I got the motion down. Just not the ball part of it. Um, so yeah, like, I don't know, man. You have any questions? Anything else you wanted to go over? Okay. Well, in that case, I will also do up a quick notes, just overview for you. Um, so just basically highlighting the key things I've talked about. And then at the same time, you can also reference this video because it's on my YouTube channel. It's not going anywhere, right? If you ever just want to hear what I'm talking about again or see a reference that I was talking about or things like that, you've got that ability to do that. Oh, double? Double? No! Um, so, that's also part of the reason why I like doing YouTube streams for coaching is you have that option to just go back and see something I was talking about. But it has been a pleasure, and I hope to see you in Diamond soon. I want to see you in Diamond by the end of summer. I believe in you, my man. I think you can do it. I believe you can get Plat 3 by the end of summer. Oh, I think you could hit. I think you're like Plat 2 at the moment anyways, so like I don't think that you're that far off from it. But it has been a pleasure. I was happy to hear from you. I was more than willing to find some time in my hectic week this week, so it's yeah, been fantastic, man. All right, I will get together that notes. That will probably take me a half hour, 45 minutes to write up, but I will send that to you in the DMs there. And as always, yeah, if you ever have any questions or you want more advice in the future, feel free to message me. I'm always around. All right, man. Well, it has been fantastic.